News from the London Chronicle, July 13th, 1762. Norwich, July 10th. On Thursday fen night, as two workmen were cutting a drain in Halfway Bridge Meadow, they found 4 men buried in the following manner. 2 of them were laid across the drain, head to feet, and one with his feet over them, so as to form nearly a triangle. The other was about 3 yards from them, with the head separated, and near a yard from the body, buried with the face downwards, which stuck so fast in the ground that in pulling the skull, the lower jawbone came off. They gathered them all together and cut a hole by the side of the drain and covered them over with flags. It is supposed they were murdered by a gang of rogues which used to frequent Halfway Bridge House. Historical context on the above article. In July of 1762, a brief notice in the London Chronicle carried a story from Norwich that reveals the uneasy borderland between rural labour and criminal life in 18th century England. 2 workmen cutting a drainage trench in Halfway Bridge Meadow uncovered the remains of 4 men, bodies arranged hastily, one decapitated, another buried face down, all concealed beneath flat stones. The description is stark, almost forensic, and it hints at a world where violence could be both sudden and quietly absorbed into the landscape until chance labourers exposed it again. The report attributes the deaths to a gang of rogues known to frequent Halfway Bridge House, one of the many roadside alehouses that dotted the turnpike roads and served as liminal refuges for smugglers, deserters, thieves, and itinerant workers. These threshold spaces, neither fully policed nor fully wild, were notorious for harbouring the kinds of men who slipped through the cracks of a rapidly changing society. The Chronicle's readers would have recognised the moral undercurrent, a reminder of the dangers that lurked just beyond the edges of town, where the state's reach thinned and local rumour filled the gaps. What survives in the archive is only a fragment, a moment when the forgotten dead briefly surface into public record before receding again. Yet the notice captures the texture of its age, the instability of rural life, the porous boundary between labourer and outlaw, and the uneasy coexistence of order and violence in the English countryside. It is a small window into a world where the landscape itself held memories that only the spade could reveal.